Hi everyone, welcome to your Yin Yoga practice for nervous system reset. Also, we're going to give some love to our jaw, neck, shoulders, upper back in this practice. So if you have 2 towels or 2 blankets, if you want to grab them and meet me on your mat. So what we're going to start with is a nice breathwork practice. So if you take one of your blankets or towels and you make yourself a cushion or a little seat to sit on, or if you want to stack both of them, you can do that too. Find what's the most comfortable for you, okay? And as always, make sure you're okay to practice Yin before you start or any type of yoga. And I'm just here as your guide. It's up to you to really listen to your body, take your body where it wants to go. And if anything feels uncomfortable or painful, obviously come out of the pose, okay? So we're going to start today with what's called the Jalandhara Bandha. I'm just going to talk about it real quick because you can use it actually throughout the practice. You can use it all day long. So how you do it, just take your peace fingers and just press on your chin and just push your chin back. So you're almost giving yourself a double chin. So it makes your ears go over your shoulder, okay? You're really long and tall in your back. You're tall through the back of your head, okay? Lift your shoulders up and drop them down. Imagine you're pulling your shoulder blades together. Tuck your chin a little bit more and just feel that release of tension along the back of your neck. And then take your thumb and your pointer finger and just give your jaw a nice little massage here. Really gentle, or just pressing things back towards your ear, okay? So you kind of start at your chin and back towards your ear. If you want, you can even do your pointer and middle finger if you like that better than your thumb. A little massage. And then just start to take it up towards, over your cheekbones, into your temples, and just back. And just start at the chin again, do that again. Up over your cheekbones, your temples, your hairline. All right. If you want to change the cross of your feet, if you feel any tingling, go ahead and do that. We're going to start today's breath work with what's called the Akasha Mudra, which Akasha in Sanskrit means space and Mudra means seal. So how you do is you just take your thumb to your middle finger and make a circle, okay? And then you just extend your other fingers out and let the back of your hands rest on top of your knees, okay? So this is a great mudra to remind us to let go of the limitations of the mind. If we are having thoughts that maybe decrease our space or decrease our opportunities, maybe we can remind ourselves that we can limit those thoughts if it helps us, okay? So soften or close your eyes. We're going to, while we're in this mudra, take an inhale for 4. So inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2, 1, 2. And then we're going to exhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it again. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's do it one more time on your own. As we start to set our intention for the practice, may we remind ourselves to offer space between our words, space around our emotions, and space in our body. Let's bring your hands together at your heart center and bow to your very own heart. You can softly open your eyes, extend your left leg out, bring the bottom of your right foot to the inside part of your left thigh. It doesn't have to touch. If it's got some space, that's okay. We're going to take your right arm, bring it to the outside of your left calf, okay? Feel that twist in your upper body. Pull your low belly in as you do this. Flex your toes. You can even give yourself a shoulder massage with your left hand on your right shoulder. So Yin, we do hold the poses for a little bit longer. That's okay. That's what will help us to create the space that we need in our body. And hopefully the stillness and the quiet will let us create some space in our mind for our thoughts. All right, let's do the other side. So extend your right leg out, bottom of your left foot goes to your inner right thigh. Then your left hand goes to the outside of your right calf. And then get that little twist in your upper back here. Low belly goes in. Flex your toes. And then let's unwind everything. We're going to come into tabletop. So if you want some cushioning for your knees, just unroll your blanket or towel. Make yourself a pad. And then come to tabletop. So your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips, okay? We're gonna take your right foot and land it to the outside of your right hand. So right along your pinky finger, okay? Tuck your left toe, walk your knee down a little bit. Flip your left foot, so you're on the shoelace part of your foot. And then we're gonna come up to a low, kind of a low dragon here, all right? Sink into your hips. And then just take your left hand down. We're gonna reach your right hand forward, touch the ground in front of you. And we're gonna bring it up by our ear and then all the way back and follow your hand with your gaze, almost like you're making a rainbow shape. And then we're gonna bring it back forward and then drag your fingertips. So then you flip onto the back of your hand. So your fingertips are almost where your right knee was when you were in tabletop, okay? Bring it back forward as far as you can touch in front of you. Make your rainbow. And then let's bring it back. Touch the ground, bring your hand, flip your palm. And let's do it one more time. All right, and then let's start to roll into our heel. Bring your bum back, stretch out the back of your calf just for a moment here. And then we can flip our sides. So we're gonna go to the left side. So come to tabletop, and then your left foot's gonna land to the left side of your pinky. And then we're gonna come up. Welcome in our high dragon here. Highest dragon. And then take your right hand to the ground. Left hand goes as far as you can reach in front of you. And then make yourself a huge rainbow. And then bring your left hand, land it down, and then you drag your fingers down and flip them. If you want to roll into your heel as you come back, you can do that too. Left hand as far out in front of you as you can. Inhale up. Make your rainbow, and then let's bring it back. Drag your hand down, flip to the back, roll into your heel. One more time. Reach as far as you can in the space in front of you, all the way back. Bring it back down, drag your hand, flip. You can roll into your heel if you want. Bring your left hand back up and just hang out here for a second. And then we'll undo that. So come back to your tabletop. We're going to bring your right arm right behind your left and come all the way down into your right shoulder and the right side of your face, and then just crawl your left hand up to stabilize yourself, and then come up onto your fingertips. You're like in a cupcake hands here. And then let's drag your left hand back, press yourself back up, back to tabletop. And then your left hand's going to go behind your right arm, land on the left side of your face, crawl your right hand up, and then come onto your fingertips. And let's drag your right hand back, press yourself up. And then we're going to just come onto our forearms. And your forearms are going to be parallel to each other. So you're making the number 11. And then tuck your toes, lift up your knees. And then if you want to walk your feet up closer, you can. Come into Dolphin pose here. Pull your low belly in. And then let's come back down to your knees. We're going to extend your feet out, so you're going to be on your belly now, okay? And then just take your left arm in front of you so that it's parallel to the short end of the mat. And then bend your right foot as close as you can to your bum. Take your right hand in front of you, reach, 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 and then grab onto the back, the top of your foot, okay? And then just kind of pull your leg in towards you, so you're going to stretch out your quads, the top of your thighs, okay, here, just for a moment. And then bring your hand so it's now on the inside part of your foot, and start to press your foot into your hand so you get some lift in your shoulder, okay? Feel that nice lift in your shoulder socket, the front opening. And then let's release down. Take your right hand and then reach towards the left corner of your mat. So you're going to cross it. Take your left hand down by your side, okay? And then bring your left hand to your low back. So you can stay here. Your chin's going to rest kind of on your bicep. You feel that, okay? So you can either keep your left hand by your side if you like that. This is going to be an outer shoulder stretch. or you can bring your left hand behind your low back. Or if you want to, you can flip your hand up and then try with your right hand to grab your left fingertips, okay? You're calling where you want to take this. And then let's unwind all of that. And bring your right forearm so it's parallel to the short end of the mat. Bend your left foot back. Reach back with your left hand. Grab onto the back of your foot and just pull it in for a moment just to get that stretch in your quads. And then walk your hand so that's the inside of your foot now, and then press your foot into your hand and get some lift in your shoulder. And then slowly release that. Take your left hand now, so it's going to cross over the corner of your right. Right arm goes by your side. Rest your chin on your bicep. So stay here if you like this. If you want more, you can bring your right arm to your low back. If you want even more, you can have your left hand try to find your right fingertips. And you might be tighter on this side, so it might not work if it worked on the other side, or it might work on this side and not the other, okay? And then unwind all of that. Bring your hands to each side of your heart center. Press your elbows straight back. We're going to come to child's. We're just going to do a little bit different on here. So here's where you can take your blanket, make yourself a roll, and sit back on it if you want. Or you don't have to do that if you don't want to do that. So toes together, bring your knees wide, and then we're going to bring our head down to the mat and then start to bring your arms, so your hands are going to find your heels or your ankle, and you can look to one side here. And so your right hand is grabbing the back of your left ankle, and your left hand is grabbing the back of your right ankle or your heel. Your head can face either direction. And then we can come back out of that. We're going to take ourselves to our backs. So come all the way down. And bring your feet so your knees are bent, your heels are by your bum. Press your head in the mat, walk your shoulder blades down. Hands go to your side. We're going to lift your hips up and come to a bridge pose. Lift your toes up too. And imagine you're squeezing your thighs together, okay? Feel that. Lift up a little bit higher. Feel it roll onto feel your upper body, the weight roll onto your shoulder blades, okay? Squeezing your thighs together, keeping your legs parallel. And then lift up your heels, lower yourself down, and then let your heels lower down. Walk your feet to the edge of your mat and let your knees touch each other inwards, okay? Bring your arms above your head, grab onto your elbows. Opposite hand finds opposite elbow, and knees are touching. Bring your knees back up. Bring both your feet up and find your happy baby pose. Your hands can be by your pinky toes. You can grab onto your big toes. Feet are parallel to the ceiling. Knees are snuggling in by your armpits. Just roll out here. And then go ahead and give yourself a hug. And then we can set up for Savasana. So extend your feet out. Let your toes get really floppy. If you want to take one of your towels or blankets and put it rolled up under your knees, you can do that. Or you can keep your knees bent if you have any tensionness in your low back. So as you start to settle in, I'm going to read a meditation on space. As you begin to rest here in stillness, notice the space that has been created through this practice. You have gently stepped away from the noise of doing, planning, and responding. You have given yourself the gift of space. Space to breathe, space to feel, space to simply be. So often the nervous system is asked to carry more than it was ever meant to hold. Thoughts accumulate, responsibilities gather, tension settles quietly into the body. But space has a way of changing things. When there is space, the breath deepens naturally. When there is space, the mind softens its grip. When there is space, the body remembers how to rest, and you remember who you are. Feel yourself expanding beyond the boundaries of effort, beyond the stories of the day, resting in the vast openness that is always available beneath the surface of your experience. There is nothing missing in this moment. There is nothing to solve, nothing to become. Just this breath, just this body, just this spacious awareness. When you're ready, bring some movement back to your fingers, point and flex your toes. Bend your knees into your chest. Deep breath in and blow it out. Rock side to side here, feeling the space you've created in your body just in these few minutes of practice. And then we're going to roll to the side and pause there to always honor your body and your breath, yourself for being here. Go ahead and press yourself up, and I'll meet you back in easy seated pose where we started. Bring your hands together and then out to your side. Inhale up, together at the top. And then bring your palms to your heart center and bow to your very own heart. May you leave this practice with a little more room inside yourself for ease, for clarity, and for whatever comes next. May you be okay, may you be healthy, may you be free from suffering, and may you progress. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for practicing with me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and hope to see you again. Bye.